We are here joined with great goalkeeper Mr. Victor Manjila, and we've seen, we've not been privileged to see, but the generations before had a great privilege to see him in action for India, for various clubs. So we are so happy to have you here. So thank you so much for joining with us. So if you can start, to start off with, how did you get into being a goalkeeper?
Okay, first of all, I would make a correction. That is, you said that I represented many clubs. No, I represented only one club. Maybe a peculiar experience. I played only as a professional. In India at that time, we were not having any professional club, but a semi-professional team. I was playing only for Premier Ties. Even though I had many opportunities to play for the great clubs from Calcutta, they had a very good offer. But I stick on to India. So I have to make my correction that I played only one club only. That is Premier Ties, my club. The well-known club. So, previously I was, till I do my pre-degree, I was not in the football field at all. And I lost my exam in the pre-degree. Then only I turned my attention to the football, playing football. And previously, it is not like this. Previously, no, there was an era, there were so many players who were, the ground would be fully busy. Instead of playing 22, they were having some 45. So, whenever I get a chance to play any position, I used to play that one. So, one of a local man who is a experienced footballer, not of that caliber, but inexperienced player. So, he found something. When I got a chance to play, when there was a vacancy for goalkeeper, they made me to be a goalkeeper. So, I was just playing for 1 or 2-3 days. So that particular man, his name is Jose Paramban. Sometimes I imagine also maybe mentioning his name. So he only told me that it is better. I find that you can do better in this position. So why can't you stick on that one? Okay. Then he gave me the preliminary, basic taking the position and how to dive and all things. He was the man who guided me. So after one by day, I did better. So everybody was appreciating. So first I came to the St. Thomas College team first. Even though my family was not in favor of not doing goalkeeping, not even playing football. So when my performance, everybody was appreciating. And many of my father's friends, they said, no, we heard that he is doing very good, why can't you permit him to go? Then only I got the permission to come to very lively to the football. So my first thing playing for St. Thomas College, which I did my schooling in the name of St. Thomas only. From first to BCom, I was doing for St. Thomas College only. Then from there, when I was doing my first BCom, I got selected for the Calicut University football team. So that was Calicut. After the institution of Calicut University is in 1969. So I represented the Calicut the next year. Even the first year itself, they won the Calicut University South Zone Championship. So next year, I was there. So 1970, 71, 72, the academic year. The third year, when I was doing my BCom, then final year, I was the captain of the Calicut University, which won the first time in the history of Kerala. A university team won the All India Championship. That is Sir Ashutosh Mukherjee Shield. That is under my captaincy. So in that same year, fortunately, I represented the junior state team and also for the Santosh Trophy. 1971 was my first Santosh Trophy, which was held in Madras. So there, only we played on one match. That was at that time, Bengal was the best team. If you go to the names of the team, players, after 11, the players who are sitting outside, they're also internationals. At the Habib and all those great players, Habib, Baumik, Ghosh, Tatidar, many great players, C. Prasad, So there I played the match for Kerala against Bengal. We lost that match, the 89th minute goal scored by Subhash Bobby. So that sealed our further proceeding to the tournament. So that was my best performance in Nationals. So from there I got selected for the Indian coaching camp. I attended almost 3-4 Indian coaching camps, but I was never selected. In the seniors, I was called for the senior selection only. So along with the great players, Baumik, and at that time, we called Mackenzie and all, at that era. So I was throughout the camp, but the last moment I was dropped. I still remember, I can have that wordings given by our P.K. Banerjee. I think he's sick now. Okay, he was telling me, see, you are a great goalkeeper, you are a good goalkeeper. Not great goalkeeper, you are a good goalkeeper. But you are too young to be an Indian goalkeeper. So try for the next time. So I came back because for me that was my great achievement. Remember that words itself. Right. Then after that I was again called for the junior nationals, junior international tournament. Then I was easily walked in. So that was my where that Madin was the captain of the team. Okay. Then that was in 1971 14th Asian Youth Championship, which held at Bangkok. Okay. So after that, a big gap for me. Then I immediately after my career, academic career, I newly formed a privatized football team. So I joined there along with another goalkeeper, international goalkeeper, Sethu Madhavan. Okay. So we played together. So that was a great, as far as Kerala football is concerned, that was the best time. Right. That is in the 70s. Right. And there were so many tournaments were held in Kerala. Right. Some 7 to 8 all India tournaments from Kannur to Trivandrum. Right. If I can mention, that is Srinarayana Trophy Kannur, Saint Nagaji in Calicut, Calicut Trophy in Trichy, Nehru Cup in Ernakulam, then Kottayam Mamapala Trophy, then Kollam Golden Jubilee Trophy, then last in Trivandrum GV Raja Trophy. So many teams were participating and we were lucky to participate in all the tournaments and we performed very well in all the tournaments. And see, that era was like that now. There were so many teams from Kerala itself. That is another competitive team was Titanium Products from Trivandrum. Yeah. Of course, Customers was there, then Electricity Board was there, KSRTC were, AGS was there, Cochin Ports was there, Customs and Central Excise were there, Kelatron was there. So many teams were there. So we were the best two in that time. So for that I could do very well. So I was very much familiar to the Kerala people. At that time there was no visual media. Right. Only print media. But even though the print media was every day they were covering, because being the goalkeeper, of course, maybe my performance would have covered very much by the newspaper. So in the minds of the people, still I am alive, even after years, so many years. So that's why that was my best decision by playing for the and 73. Of course, Kerala won the Santosh Trophy for the first time. I was the goalkeeper, first goalkeeper. Then I got injured. Then Sethu Madhavan came. He also got injured. And the third one, our Ravi was a goalkeeper of KSGB. So he played till the last match. Even the finals he played. So that was my first, winning team for the Kerala team. Then in 1975, I played for Santosh Trophy as a captain when it was held in Calicut, 1975. 76, I played for the India for the first time. That was my first competition was there in 6th President's Cup, which was held in Seoul, capital of South Korea. So that was an excellent match as far as I am concerned. That was the best performance for me in the international arena. Right. As I shown you regarding that report and all. So we played against the national team Korea. We lost by 4 goals. Second match we played against Singapore. We lost the match 1-0. And the last match we played against a university team from Brazil. So in that team, because they did not have any chance to, so the coach made a decision to replace me because to give a chance to the other goalkeeper, Sundaresham from Karnataka. So immediately the match started. Within 5 minutes they scored a goal. So that was a mistake of the goalkeeper also. So the coach called me and said, please, I'm sorry, you just get yourself warmed up. Then I played a very wonderful match. That was easy for Brazil, Manjila brilliant. Yes. So as in the international that was my best performance. Then again I represented for the Indian team for the next year. This is the played one was 6th President's Cup. Next one is 7th, of course, President's Cup. There also I was in the team along with Brahmananda. You might have heard of Brahmananda. We were together. Then we played another match there in 10th Kings Cup, Bangkok. Then another soccer tour to Zambia, Africa. So that was my last appearance for the Indian team. Then I continued this thing playing even in 1979. I played my last Santosh Trophy for Kerala, which was held at Coimbatore. Then in 1982, in between what happened, the best players of Primatais were taken away from the team by the Calcutta people. So of course you know that C.D. Francis, Premnath Philip, Xavier Pius, then one more, Dinagar Premappa, all were taken. Najib, 5 players were taken. So that team was gone now, regarding the Premier Test team. Then when I did my NS, at Bangalore. Then after, in 1982, I joined as a coach in the Calicut University. So that was a long period, till almost 27 years of service till 2009. Yeah. So in that time, I could win the championship, that is Ashutosh Mukherjee Shield, for 3 times. That was in 83, 84, when Papachan, Benny, ZM Ranjit, all were the members of the team that time. Then another 92, 93 in Trichy, and 94, 95 in Mithila University. These were the 3 championships which I won the championship as a coach. Right. So I had the opportunity to be the team with the Kerala team which won the Santosh Trophy in 92 at Cochin, in which Papachan was there. No? So this was my career, and in 2009 I retired. So I'm having every year I used to go to Saudi Arabia to give training for a international school there. Okay. For the last from 2011 I'm visiting Saudi Arabia yearly thrice. So there is no other activity in Kerala. I just you can say I just withdrew from all these activities. So this is the current position now.
So you've won and you've captained and won as a player for Santosh Trophy as well as Calicut University, and then years later you've coached them and got the similar feat, the same feat I would say as a coach. How is that? How do you express that as an emotion?
No,
as
see,
a player
because
you got it, and as a coach as well.
The thing is, no, see, because there are many other players who were very famous, but they never had the opportunity to be in this pro line. Right. Because those who were in the Premier Test, they were in their line only, like that. So I got the opportunity to get into as a coach of the best team, university team in Calicut University, which is having a very past previous record. So that was a added advantage for me. So that itself, and the year I joined the university in 1982. In the next year, 1983-84, I could win the championship there. Right. So that itself gave me a very good boosting for me. Right. So I could, and so many very good players. Almost, I think, Calicut University produced almost 80 players who represented Kerala. Some 20 players represented India. So they, like Papachan, Sharaf Ali, Jopal Anjeri, they all came through under our guardianship only. Right. So that was as far as a coach, that way we can be very proud of. Yeah.
Was there any player that you looked up to while you were growing up? I mean, as a goalkeeper, any inspiration that you had? Someone that you...
Of course. And see, of course, everybody likes very much the action of the goalkeeper. Right. So I had very less opportunity to witness the matches at my earlier years. Right. The only tournament we could see was the Calicut Trophy. Right. So one year, full championship, I may get 1 or 2 chances to see them. Right. So there we have seen many goalkeepers doing their acrobatics and all. So I was very much interested, but I never thought I will be making myself a goalkeeper and do very well in that. But by the grace of God, it was a given gift, which I polished myself. I worked hard to bring it to that level, and I could do that. That's all.
Do you see any young keepers of the national team or at the club level these days? Do you see yourself in any one of them?
See, the difference is there was much difference between the new era goalkeepers, because now I have watched the goalkeepers. They never collect the ball. They very rarely collect the ball, very rarely. So that makes the difference. Where I used to collect the most difficult one, which most of the spectators, even they think it is a goal, but that is the difference makes. Right. So I used to collect most of the ball. Even though it is the most difficult angle, I will fly and collect the ball and bring it down. Right. Now it is not like that. They will just push it. No, the disadvantage is they push the ball. Sometimes the ball may be going out. Yeah. Again, it will be a corner, or it will be going into the play. That may be advantage for the opposite also. Yeah. So I don't know why they are. Not happy. Even in the international arena also, we can see. Maybe the power may be higher. I don't know. But the main drawback I have watched here now, very, very rare goalkeeper. Simply saying they are not confident of collecting the ball. That is the thing. Because anybody other than the goalkeeper can do mistake.
Right. Right.
That is the thing. That is the thing. Because if forward misses the goal, no problem. Halfbacks. Then halfbacks, if they miss the defender, even the defender misses the goalkeeper. But once the goalkeeper, only 5% chance of escaping. Yeah. So that risk nobody is ready to take. So that is the main difference I feel. You see a comparison. Yes. I don't think that. And another thing, see the most what do you call embarrassing this, I have never seen my action. I have seen never my action. Only through papers and even today when I just meet the income tax officer, he was narrating some incidents which I which I did here in the against. You might have heard of Sham Thapa and Janji Thapa. No, they a shot taken by them. How I saved. So he was telling. So like that only I can assess myself. And the difference between the people whenever I meet elderly people and when I get the chance to introduce myself, I am so and so. Even just to mention Victor, they don't recognize. But when Manjila adds, then only they will come to know. Okay, still you are here. So now I'm 71 now. 71 years now. So even now people used to recognize, they will to respect, they will give to their love and regards with me only because of my goalkeeping. Right. So I could not see. So I am not the person to judge whether to myself and some other. It is better you to have some other. And there's another record is there, see, because in Premier IS, my colleague was Mr. K. Sethumadhavan, another international goalkeeper. Right. So it is very rare to have two international goalkeepers stay in one club without any conflict. Right. Without any conflict, that is the thing. So the difference is when a Premier IS is fielding a team, the coach normally, they will announce the team, so will be in the playing. When the position of the goalkeeper comes, okay, let them take a decision. So that it will be left to goalkeepers only. So that much understanding was with these two goalkeepers. Now you might have met him there in Calicut. So that was the our previous what do you call the performance in the football.
Right. I have two questions, I think, before concluding. One, since you are a keeper, now you also mentioned how the current keepers are not or are afraid, probably. That's the difference. They don't collect the ball with their hand. We have extended coaching staff these days for club and national team, which includes a goalkeeping coach, a specific aspect there. Your message to the goalkeeping coaches out there?
The thing is, see, in total, I'm not talking about not only of the goalkeeper. See how the coaches are made now. Within a short span of period, having training for 15 days coaching from the coaching staff, they are made coaches, giving so many labels, A, B, C, D, like that, But I don't know how. See, I have watched many coaches giving training. Of course, on the junior level, that level should be carefully looked after. That is the best thing. But here, I don't know how they are correcting the mistake. What I understand, when we do training, if I ask a boy to take a shot in such, is what I want. If they are doing, if they are not doing it, there is a mistake. To analyze this mistake and correcting, that is the basic thing you have to do. Normally, so if I give you 100 kicks, sometimes you will be doing 10 good. That is good. You keep on doing that one. Leave the rest one. That was, see, that is purely scientific. If you take a pass, it is purely scientific. There are so many things, approaching, standing and contact, all these things are there. But if one thing is wrong, the ball cannot be going to the target. So that correction, I don't see any of the coaches are doing. So making the coaches, like cake making, within 15 days, they are making the license, E license, C license, and without any playing experience. When I asked them, this is what they taught us to do this one, we are doing it. They are giving so what I feel, those who are naturally talented, right, when they give so many exercises, they will earn themselves, and those who are coming out with good performance, they will be selecting, and they will be giving training further. Right. So that is the difference I feel. So without much experience, I think you can point out some other coaches. There are coaches who are not knowing swimming. They are good coaches there. Maybe, I don't know. But regarding this one, first of all, you should have the experience of giving. Other things you can see. When I was doing my NIS, myself, Chatuni, TK Chatuni. Yeah. Okay. We were doing NIS together. So out of 23 trainees, 4 or 5 were, only those who are playing this thing. Rest of them are all are MPed people, BPed and MP people. They could do very well in the theory because psychology, the anatomy and kinesiology, all those things, all things they will perform well. But when you come to the other field, real field, they could not do very well. But they were also gave the same ranking with us because at that time India won so many coaches, not the quality coaches. They want the coaches. So regarding this one, I should say that this type of, because what we learned within 10 months, they learned within 10 days. I don't know how far a player can come to that level. So
Finally, it's very rare a kid these days take liking towards goalkeeping. Like, it's very difficult. I mean, Ajay faces it in his academy where kids all they want to do is be a striker's position. But nobody wants to keep, and that's taken as like a insult or the last thing that they want to do. So what will be your message?
No, previously it was like those who are not there in the other, those who are excellent well know or are not confident, they will be, you stay as a goalkeeper. No, it is the most important position regarding. See, I can tell you, see, if a team is there, as a team, and you take the team's players level, standard of level is not that good. But if the goalkeeper is good, the team will perform very well.
Right.
And otherwise, the team may be good, but if the goalkeeper is weak, definitely the team will go. So that position is very, very, and it is very difficult, very difficult nowadays. Because in our days, you can handle the ball, and the thing is, now what you have to do, you cannot handle the ball. If the ball gives, same player give a minus pass, he can. So if the goalkeeper don't know how he is going to get it, it's a fast pass, it's an air ball or a half ball like that. So whatever skills the other player do know, he has to make himself sure for that one, for every skill, even trapping, kicking, half volley, hook volley, everything. So the job has come double.
Yeah.
So goalkeeping is a very difficult one. It is not the see, he has the lesson to take. It's a synchronization of many aspects. Right. Because anticipation, your courage, presence of mind, your agility, your ability, all things when you synchronize, then only you can. Because the goalkeeper, you might have heard about one teacher here, PC Thomas.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, he was my teacher. So he used to tell me about the classes every day, because he is not that good for studies. He was not caring about studies. He was doing this, but I will appreciate it because he represented India in his line of this thing. So, and he used to tell him when I met him, then I just want to one question he asked me. See, how you save a ball which is taken very close from almost 18-15 years, how you save it? How could you do that now? And you are doing so many times. Then I said, it's nothing else. See, now I said, these things, when we synchronize and do exactly the timing, then everything will. And moreover, this all God given. But all given, that I made it, I practiced, I polished it, and I did the best with that ability which is given by the God. That's all.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.